The Organization of Eastern Caribbean States and the Research and Policy Unit of the Department of Finance have partnered to make region-specific research easily accessible to policymakers and citizens. This partnership has resulted in the publication of an electronic booklet, or e-book, entitled Research, the Platform for Innovation, Competitiveness, and Growth. We're excited to launch this e-book today and present to you some of the key stakeholders driving this initiative. Evidence-based research plays a critical role in policy formulation and serves as a vehicle for change and for the growth and development of our society. Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Finance and Director of Finance, Ms. Esther Rigobert, speaks to the importance and timeliness of this publication as governments seek to mitigate the adverse effects of the COVID-19 pandemic.
On behalf of the Department of Finance and by extension the Government of St. Lucia, it gives me great pleasure to participate in the launch of the first ever e-book for the Department of Finance and the Organization of Eastern Caribbean States. The Department of Finance is responsible for oversight and management of the financial affairs of the government. This entails a wide range of functions. However, one of the most important components is the development and formulation of policy. In this fiscally challenging environment, it is even more important that the development of policy take into consideration the current realities as well as the likely trends that will emanate from here on. This exercise can only be truly meaningful if it is hinged on research and consultation. Research plays an important part in the collection and compilation of data on the economic, social, and environmental structure of the country. The analysis of that data will reveal exactly what is going on in a particular sector and what may be necessary to bring about the desired outcomes. The lack of knowledge and understanding of the factors which interplay to create a particular event can result in poor decisions which may have negative repercussions on the citizens. Hence, research is very useful in the preservation of the well-being and progress of our society. Evidence-based research helps the government in the development of alternative policies. All options are weighed and the implications of each option explored. This will not only help the government in its efforts to allocate limited resources in the most prudential manner, but also to create the environment for sustainable growth and development. COVID-19 has adversely affected countries across the world, and governments are grappling with the new realities of this crisis. The negative impact of the pandemic on St. Lucia's productive sectors is correlated with the performance of central government and its ability to develop and implement policy reforms. The government has explored various policy measures to help mitigate the adverse effects of the pandemic on the health and well-being of our citizens, foster recovery and resilience building of the economy, and to reposition the country to benefit from the global rebound. The Department of Finance extends congratulations to the entire team for a job well done. We hope that all ministries, departments, and agencies of the government will use the e-book as reference material. We also trust that everyone who will access the document will find it both interesting and informative. We wish to take this opportunity to express profound appreciation to the staff of the Research and Policy Unit and the staff and management of the OECS, as well as all other stakeholders who were instrumental in the development of this document. Many persons worked assiduously to see this initiative to fruition. It is an exciting day for us as we mark this historic and momentous occasion.
It is indeed the hope that the research published in this ebook will be used by all ministries, departments, and agencies of government, not only here in St. Lucia, but across the region. To speak to the conception of this ebook and the regional aspirations of this initiative, we hear from the Director General of the OECS, Dr. Didicus Jules.
In essence, this is about developing a culture of research in the OECS. I have to first of all give great credit to the group of young economists and technical people in the government of St. Lucia who took on their own initiative, created this research group and had started doing annual conferences on research. We were invited to be to attend this conference, and I thought it was such a fantastic idea. Research is vitally important. Data research, so in order to drive policy formulation, is critical if we are to shape the kinds of policies that are cost-effective, that really address the heart of the problems that we face. Because when one is faced with development challenges, one can, you can suppose what the problem is and then seek to apply a solution. But what if you're wrong in your hypothesis about the problem? It is only by doing scientific research, in-depth research, that one is able to. Really, it's like you going to the doctor with an illness, and then a proper diagnosis will determine what exactly is the solution that needs to be applied in order to effectively solve the problem. So we were very happy to see that. And one of our approaches in the OECS is to identify centers of excellence or best practices anywhere in the member states that can be applied across all member states. So we actually met with them and suggested that they form, if they were willing to move beyond just being a St. Lucia research group, to be in the nucleus of an OECS research group. Now at the OECS, we are not about trying to subsume things within the Commission. The idea is that this group of young St. Lucian researchers will now undertake this research, link up with counterparts in the other OECS member states. We've also linked them in with counterparts in the multilateral institutions. So for example, all of the OECS nationals who work at the World Bank, the IMF, the IDB, are now lending support to this initiative so that we can have a solid cadre of young, enthusiastic researchers who are following their passion and who are able to do deep research that will provide us with important structural solutions to the challenges that we face. And our role in that is to simply blow beneath their wings, facilitate contacts. We've asked, for example, of the multilaterals, World Bank, IDB, etc., when they have opportunities for internships, to provide those opportunities to that group of OECS researchers. When there are scholarship opportunities to do specialized research, even postdoctoral or postmaster's work. So somebody, for example, in the Ministry of Finance who wants to have a deep dive research into debt restructuring, perhaps through the OECS and our contacts internationally, can get them placed perhaps with one of the top restructuring firms. In fact, we now have, with the St. Vincent Coalition that we've set up, one of the firms that is part of that coalition for the Stronger Together campaign is a top global firm involved in debt restructuring, because we're not just looking at the volcano, we're looking at its aftermath. And the thinking there is that if we are able to have the support of a group of an expertise like that to help St. Vincent in the context of the economic impact of COVID, volcano, the floods that happened recently, then that's going to be an invaluable contribution. But again, it doesn't make sense for us to just receive that assistance without ensuring that our own capacity is developed in the process. So having these are the types of opportunities we want to create. To have a young economist from St. Vincent, somebody responsible for the debt management of St. Vincent, the other OECS member states, be able to have an attachment with a company, a firm like this, and develop their techniques, their competence, their capability, will be a major contribution.
This initiative certainly provides a unique opportunity for researchers within the region to gain exposure, collaborate, and provide impactful contributions to their respective islands and the wider Caribbean. The publication also provides an opportunity to engage in joint research with partner institutions, as we hear from the Director of the Research and Policy Unit in St. Lucia, Ms. Gemma Lafay.
The Research and Policy Unit of the Department of Finance is pleased to launch this ebook, which is the first compilation of working papers done in collaboration with the OECS Commission. The ebook features research papers presented during the NCPC's Productivity Awareness Week at the unit's annual research symposia, which started in 2017. As part of broader efforts towards more evidence-based policy formulation, the unit's research agenda seeks to foster a culture of conducting investigative, analytical work, particularly by young economists and university graduates, on pertinent macroeconomic topics. The empirical results of the research and work undertaken are expected to help craft appropriate policy solutions to address the socio-economic challenges that St. Lucia is confronted with in support of the further growth and development of the country. The unit seeks and welcomes opportunities to engage in joint research work with other professionals within the public service and regional organizations such as the OECS, the Eastern Caribbean Central Bank, the Caribbean Development Bank, the University of the West Indies, and Monroe College. It is hoped that the research findings and proposed way forward on any particular issue will enhance public discourse on these topical socioeconomic matters. In conjunction with our partners, the unit's research agenda is thus geared towards improving economic and social outcomes in St. Lucia and the wider sub-region. I would like to take this opportunity to thank and congratulate the authors for the various research pieces and the book contributors. We would also like to thank and express our gratitude to the OECS Commission for its commendable efforts at making this ebook a reality. This publication marks an important milestone for the Research and Policy Unit, which should serve to encourage our future research efforts.
The support of regional partners such as the Eastern Caribbean Central Bank, the University of the West Indies, and the Caribbean Development Bank will go a long way in driving this initiative to its fullest potential. We now hear from one of the authors featured in this e-publication, Mr. Janai Leonce, Chief Economist in the Research and Policy Unit, Department of Finance, St. Lucia.
Thank you for having me on your program. The symposium what gave birth to the publication. So there was a symposium in 2019, and there has been one in 2020 and prior years, where we get authors from across St. Lucia and the region to speak to issues that they deem important. This symposium was an opportunity for authors to really have that cross-pollination of ideas, to interact with the public, and to also interact with themselves. Coming from that symposium was this publication, and this publication is another way within which your authors can now be published authors, and that gives them exposure not only in St. Lucia, but also in the OECS and further afield. So I think on behalf of the authors, we are definitely pleased that the work that we did during the course of the past few years is not only recognized, but recognized in a meaningful way by being published. One of the key things for any researcher is to have their work published and sort of have that avenue for it to receive criticism and also positive feedback as well. And that is how the author, such as myself, strengthen in terms of what they bring to the table by having that cross-pollination of ideas that was done in the symposium and having their works ventilated and to receive feedback on that. So I think the authors are pleased that this publication came through, and the authors would definitely like to thank the Department of Finance and also the OECS, who was a key player, and from the time that they heard about this initiative, they have been on board and they have been a steady partner.
We certainly welcome the contributions of all the authors towards this first publication and look forward to a growing cadre of published researchers within the region as a result of this initiative. The ebook is now available for download free of cost on both the websites of the OECS Commission and the Department of Finance, St. Lucia.